This year in the Mississippi Senate, we select Lieutenant Governor and Governor-elect Phil Bryant. Governor Bryant has deep roots in Mississippi agriculture and understands the significance of Mississippi's #1 industry.
My agrarian background is I tell my children when they say, "Dad, you're just a country boy," and when they hear me talk and remember certain things, I tell them that agrarian background sounds a little bit better than a country boy, but that's what we all were. But it helps me understand as a legislative leader and a leader in government just how important agribusiness still is for the state of Mississippi. If you look at Toyota, and we were talking about 1,000 jobs now, maybe 2,000 in the future. We have 70,000 people employed in our natural resources industries in Mississippi. That's 70 Toyotas. That's what people have got to understand. The business side of agribusiness is so important to us.
Governor Bryant has a deep belief in our fundamental right to own personal property.
And in my heart, I just know that this country was founded on property rights. Jefferson actually wrote life, liberty, and the pursuit of property in his first draft of the Declaration of Independence. So I know I differ with others in state government on this issue, but it's one of those lifelong rights that we have is to hold our property and maintain it against an overbearing government. I'm always going to support that.
Agriculture will be a central focus in our new governor's agenda.
We've got to make sure that we protect the rights of all our farmers. That's going to be my top priority. And then, of course, the added value to all of the farm products that are out there. Learning and teaching the next generation of farmers, making sure our community colleges and universities lift up the agribusiness to students across the state and not discourage them from becoming farmers. We've got to have farmers of the future. If it gets to the point where the next generation of leaders, my children's children, ignore farmers, or we say we can get it from the government. The government can provide us all that we need and they'll just mandate that it's grown in this area. I think we'll lose that. So I'm working very hard to make sure that the next generation understands just how important Mississippi farmers are.
Farm Bureau has not gone unnoticed in Governor Bryant's political career.
I just think that Farm Bureau does such a marvelous job. If you look at the people that are advocates for agriculture in Mississippi, you start with Farm Bureau. And when I needed help, I could call on Farm Bureau and their members, their leadership would be in this Capitol, lobbying, visiting with, encouraging our memberships to understand how important it is for the Mississippi farmer, our landowners, the folks who are in our natural resources businesses to have this body on their side. And I thank them for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Farm Bureau's Friend of Agriculture from the Mississippi Senate for 2011, the Honorable Phil Bryant.
Thank you so very much. It is a long way from Morehead, Mississippi, for a young country boy whose Dad's job was to keep the equipment running on the farm and whose grandparents farmed on other people's property until they could afford their own. It is a long way from there to being the next governor of the state of Mississippi. But you see, I learned so much there. I can remember my earliest opportunities to be with my brothers as they were able to walk from one cotton top row to the next. And I would have to go down between them and back up. I was so small, and I thought how frustrating that was as we went across those cotton fields. But then I learned there's a lesson in life. Sometimes you have to go down to go up. And if you work really hard, you can keep up. And Farm Bureau has done just that for the farmers of the state of Mississippi. You sometimes, I think, realize how important the land is and how so many of you work so hard to provide food and clothing and the supplies for the world that we need. But not everyone does. Somehow this next generation, as I said earlier, gets the idea that corn always came from a can. And somewhere is a factory that they receive their bacon from. And it's ready to go in the microwave. They forget that between there and that enjoyment and the field is the farmer. And I can assure you, as governor of the state of Mississippi, we're going to put a new emphasis on agribusiness. I had an agribusiness summit about a month ago, and the room was overflowing and the excitement that was generated by that as we realize the potential that we know that will be with our farmers, our ranchers, and our growers, it has yet to be met. The best time for the Mississippi farmer lies ahead of us, not behind us. All we need is to make sure that we keep growing together. Thank you so much for this wonderful award. It will go in my office as a treasure for my lifetime and service to the people of the state of Mississippi. God bless you and thank you so much.